A Shadow Falls, The Death of a Visionary. David Crowley, remember that name? He was an Army veteran, a filmmaker. He had a vision, the gray state, a movie, a warning. Crowley's film was going to expose the truth he claimed, a truth too terrifying for some to hear. Then, the unthinkable happened. Crowley, his wife, and his young daughter were found dead in their home. A murder-suicide, the authorities said. Case closed. But for many, questions lingered. Was it really a suicide? Or was Crowley silenced for getting too close to the truth? The Gray State, the movie he died for, was never finished. But the fragments that remain paint a chilling picture. A picture some believe cost Crowley his life. Truth and trauma. The Gray State's unsettling narrative. The Gray State was different. This wasn't your typical Hollywood action flick. This was a raw, unflinching look at a dystopian America. Crowley's film depicted a world on the brink, a world where the government, our government, had turned on its citizens, where freedom was a distant memory. The movie delved into the darkest corners of power. It explored themes of surveillance, control, and resistance. It held a mirror up to our society, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about the world around us. And that's what made it dangerous. Because The Gray State wasn't just a movie. It was a reflection of our deepest fears. Fears that someone, somewhere might be trying to make a reality. Hollywood's apocalypse, where reality blurs and fiction begins. We've all seen the movies. The end of the world, played out in vivid detail on the big screen. Zombies, asteroids, nuclear war. Hollywood loves a good apocalypse. But The Gray State was different. It wasn't some far-fetched fantasy. It felt real, too real. Crowley's film tapped into a growing sense of unease in America, a feeling that things were spinning out of control, that our liberties were eroding. And unlike the heroes in Hollywood blockbusters, Crowley didn't offer easy answers. There were no last-minute saves, no triumphant victories, just a stark, unflinching look at the fragility of our world. This wasn't entertainment. This was a wake-up call. And for some, it was a call to action. Whispers of conspiracy, echoes of truth in a dystopian world. Crowley claimed his movie was based on real events. Whispers of government conspiracies, of secret agendas. Was he paranoid? Or did he know something we didn't? The Gray State tapped into a deep vein of distrust in our society. Distrust of authority, of the media, of the very systems that govern our lives. Crowley's film resonated with those who felt like they were being lied to, who sensed a hidden hand manipulating events from the shadows. And in the wake of his death, these whispers only grew louder. Was Crowley a victim of his own knowledge? Did he stumble upon something he shouldn't have seen? The truth, as always, remains elusive. But one thing is certain, The Gray State struck a nerve. It exposed our deepest fears and forced us to confront the possibility that the world we know is not what it seems. Pause 3S. The government's grip exploring FEMA's role in population control. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, has long been a subject of controversy and conspiracy theories. Critics argue that FEMA's true purpose extends beyond disaster relief, suggesting it plays a role in controlling the population. Established in 1979, FEMA's mission was to coordinate disaster response. However, whispers of a darker agenda began to surface. Some believe FEMA has secret camps to detain and control the population during crises. These theories cite the agency's vast resources and powers under emergency declarations. The Gray State portrayed a world where FEMA's authority was absolute, and civil liberties were a distant memory. Is there any truth to these claims, or are they paranoid delusions? Critics argue that FEMA's powers could be abused, turning it into an instrument of oppression. Whether these fears are justified remains to be seen, but the specter of control looms large in many minds.